if you have to just give an guidance to someone who are still planning to build their workflow, how the workflow should look like on the first principles?
So, first of all, it really depends on your document. And second is,
I would also love to know inside LlamaIndex how the open source culture is among the team. So hey everyone, I am Arindam from Studio One, and here with me I have Pierre from LlamaIndex. Hey Pierre, how is it going in the conference?
it's going great. And for you?
Yeah, likewise. I built your workshop as well and really liked what you shared. And I'm user of LlamaIndex for a while. I have also made a couple of tutorials on it. I just love it. I would love to know what all new things you all are shipping recently, or a small one-line intro about LlamaIndex for that 0.1% people who might don't know like LlamaIndex is. But yeah, if you can share a bit about those.
Yes, so historically, LlamaIndex, we were mostly a RAG framework. We do a lot of open source. And recently, we start to focus a little more on document processing and parsing, because we think it's where current document agentic flow tend to fail. So a couple of weeks ago, we released LightParse, which is a state-of-the-art, very fast PDF and document parser, meant to replace MuTools, PDF Reader, PDF Plumbers. It's in every dimension almost better. And of course, fully free and open source. And we have also been building document parser for more complex documents, more for like markdown extraction with LlamaParse. And this is our commercial offering, so it's how we make money.
Yeah. So, LlamaIndex always, comes from that open source community perspective, because, I also discovered LlamaIndex from GitHub itself. So, I would also love to know inside LlamaIndex how the open source culture is among the team, because, we have seen a lot of companies try to keep everything closed source, but LlamaIndex in that case is pretty open source friendly in all the technologies they build, and let developers use it, contribute to it. So I would love to know about the open source culture.
We still love the open source, and we have more people actually contributing to open source than 2 years ago when we start. We are still obviously maintaining the LlamaIndex framework, or the RAG framework. We are doing an effort in OCR and document processing, starting with LightParse, so MIT open source, and kind of traditional document parsers that go very fast. And moving forward, you can expect more things in this area. And also, we are pushing currently, like as I said again, we believe like the bottleneck for most documents AI is document ingestion and the document parsing. So we also open source a generic benchmark ParseBench a couple of weeks ago. And it's now an official Hugging Face from Kaggle. Yeah, expect way more open source in the coming year coming from us. Like we have a lot of things in the pipe.
Yeah. So, in terms of document ingestion or like OCR, a lot of people often confuse between, okay, what should be the, better approach if I'm, ingesting a lot of documents? Should we just use VLLM, or should we just use OCR? And if you have to just give an guidance to someone who are still planning to, build their workflow, how, and, in basic to, advanced cases, how the workflow should look like on the first principles, so they can, I understood the architecture a bit better.
So, first of all, it really depends on your document. And second is, what I will say is true today will maybe not be true in 6 months. It will be very fast. I think you should start with a special text. So basically, text layout like as in the document, and feed it to an agent. Like a table that is feed as special text will work very well in most cases for an agent. And you can generate it for almost free. Like once again, LightParse is specialized in this step. There is no LVM or LLM or expensive things involved. It can do like hundreds of pages a second. It's like basically free. But then as soon as you start to have charts, or as soon as you want to do something more advanced, like if you need structure retrieval on top of table, then you need to move to more like Markdown or JSON extraction from your document. And there is a legacy tool, like traditional OCR will stop working. And you will need to have like a VLM in the middle. It's why we build ParseBench. So if you go on Hugging Face for ParseBench, you will see every open weight model evaluate here. And if you go on Kaggle, you will see every closed weight model evaluate on their capability to go screenshot to markdown, basically.
Okay.
It's definitively the future. No model is perfect today. So the base model are like 80, 90% accuracy.
Okay.
So you will have to adapt to your use case. It's an unsolved problem, basically.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. And you know, in my audience, they do build a lot of RAG agents or agentic RAG and a whole lot of different RAG approach. And a common question for them is, okay, what RAG approach, like how to choose that what RAG approach is good for my use case. So if you have some sort of tips for them to decide, because there are a lot of approaches. We have graph RAG, we have agentic RAG, we have traditional RAG, we have a lot of C RAG and multiple names for it,
Yep.
and it often confuses a lot of them. So I would love to know some pointers, some check marks they should follow to decide what approach they should take.
There is still no magic bullet. Like you will have to adapt for your use case. If your use case is mostly like FAQ, then you can go with traditional RAG, so hybrid search, semantic search plus keyword search.
Yeah.
If your use case is around structured data, like you already have a graph, you already have a SQL database, you want to do a chatbot about the performance of your application online, then most likely you should expose tools to your system that have the data on the agent.
Yeah.
You will be able to do agentic RAG,
Yeah.
and your agent will be able to write down the query to query the data it needs. Depend on the use case. Second things, if your data distribution is very narrow, like you only have train ticket or something like that, you should not do semantic search because you are just indexing the same things. Or if you have a lot of financial table, you are just having number, you should do more a text to SQL or kind more of a structured RAG approach to extract the data.
Okay, yeah, that's great tips. So people who want to build RAG, don't forget to check this out. And yeah, it was great talking to you, Pierre. Hope you have a very good event.
Thank you.
Thanks.